wanted to show you some of the process that I use to make these dungeon tiles. Now, these dungeon tiles are almost finished. The only thing I have left to do with these particular ones is to insert some magnets into the sides so that they will clip together when I go to use them for a diorama. Before they look like this, they look like this. These have been freshly cut from the styrofoam slab that I purchased at Home Depot. They're plain. They were cut with the Proton hot wire. Excuse my paint stained fingers. And then what I do with these is I would score them into the tile shapes, and then I would imprint them with my roller, which is this one here, to give them a nice texture. And then I would paint them like this. First, completely black. Then when the black dries, I add different colors, the beige and the brick color. That gives it a bit of a variety once it's covered. Then I will take those and I will show you what it is that I'm doing. Okay, so the next part of this, setting up these dungeon tiles, is to insert some magnets into them, like this. So I first tried larger magnets, like this, but they don't really have they don't seem to have the same drawing power as the little magnets. So they're a little bit larger, and I tried them, but I couldn't get them inserted properly. As you can see, there's a space between the tiles, and they have to have better contact. These have much stronger contact. So they're this size, and if I drop it, it just goes right back to the original magnets, which is kind of funny. I've dropped it a couple of these a couple of times, and I can't find them, and I discovered that they're back on the stack of magnets. So I'm not really all that keen on the larger magnets. And I purchased these at Michael's, but I purchased these at Amazon. And these are, they're a little smaller than these. And these seem to work better. So, look, they seem to have better contact. So this is how I'm going to insert them. I take a pencil and I poke the pencil into the side of the dungeon tile and wiggle it. And then I will take the hot glue gun and simply insert the glue gun into the little hole and give it a squeeze. Put some glue into the hole. That seems to be the best solution in how to get the magnets to stay in. And then I'll take a magnet and I'll just simply insert it. I don't know if you can see that. So that it's inserted into the dungeon tile. Oh, I've got two there. Yeah, make sure you only take one. And then of course you have to take all the excess glue off, which is not too difficult to do. I take the next tile, and this, you have to make sure that the tiles, the magnets line up properly. So I will make a mark where the magnet is and then insert the pencil and give it a couple of turns. Give it a little shot of glue. And insert a magnet. Oh, of course you have to insert it the right way. That you don't have north facing north or south facing south. So I put that one in upside down. So I need to reverse it, and then it has connection. So then the second one is right there. These magnets are small enough that you really need to insert two. Oops. That one didn't stay in. Probably because the glue wasn't hot enough. Try again. Oh, I know what the problem is. I need another glue stick. Yeah, if the glue stick's not sticking out of the back, then it won't work. It won't. Oh, too much glue. Just a little shot of glue will do the trick. That obviously is way too much glue. It is hot, so be careful. Oh, okay, that's not as successful as I would have liked. I can't get it to stay in there. And of course my hands are full of glue. And if you're dealing with hot glue, you can burn yourself, so do be careful. But it cools very quickly, and you can peel it off very quickly. I tried doing this with gloves on earlier to save my hands, and the gloves just melted. So let me see if I can get another one in. No, I didn't do that right. They're not sticking. Yeah, you have to make sure that the magnets go in the correct way, or they will not be attracted to one another. Oh, that one was right, but it didn't stay in. So as you can see, there's all kinds of little issues that you need to deal with when you're doing this. It's not straightforward. Let's do that again. Little squirt, tiny squirt. Now, you don't want to do it that way, because then you'll just be sticking the two tiles together and not having the magnets inserted in the correct spot. So now I have two magnets on this side that are in the correct spot, but I have lots of glue on this side. So these are all little things that can cause problems. I think it's stick. It looks so easy when you check out these crafters. It looks so easy. Oh, both of them came out. It's not as straightforward as it appears to be. And if you insert them too deeply, then they won't connect with the other one. And that one seems to be a little bit too deep. So I will continue to work on this and see if I can't get it into a set procedure that makes this much simpler, because right now it seems to be a little bit complicated and not working the way I'd hoped. The other option is, of course, that I don't put magnets in and that I simply glue the, there, no, come on. I simply glue the slabs together when I go to put them on, but then I have to make new dungeon tiles every year, and I don't really want to do that as well. They do connect, but they don't snap together like those two. Those snap together nicely. So the last thing I would like to do today is to show you some of the items that my grandson has made for me, which I have painted. These are 2 sets of stairs. They're the same set. I painted them at different times so they look slightly different from one another. But you can see the variety of colors in each one of them. But they don't have to look exactly the same. I'm quite happy that he made for me are these pillars. Now I glued the fences in between the pillars, but these pillars will be used, these fences and pillars will be used to have a town square in my village. And so we're going to have them like so, and have the 2 pillars in the center with a gate between them. He still has 1 pillar to make for me. Somehow we kind of lost track of how many pillars I had. So he needs to make 1 more larger pillar for me, and then we'll have a fence in between, a gate in between, and then fence in between the small pillar and the large pillar, and that will be our town square. Then again, he made 2 portals for me, one first, which I painted a few weeks ago, and then the second portal came in and I painted it. They're both slightly different, but they're okay. They also have a variety of colors in the brick. I'm quite pleased with those. And finally, the crowning touch is my castle keeps. He printed me both of these, used black filament, so they came black, and I painted them, as well as the brick wall in between. I'm very, very pleased with these, how they turned out. I love them. I hope to get 2 more. I already have the brick wall for between the 2 new castle keeps, but this is what the castle keep will look like. Quite happy with them. I think they look very, very nice. So in all, my grandson has made me 13 pieces of 3D printed materials. 2 sets of stairs, 2 portals, 2 walls, 2 of those little brick walls, a couple of castle keeps, a bunch of pillars, and we're having fun every day texting back and forth as to new projects that he can print for me. Really thrilled with how these turned out. It's going to completely change my Christmas village for 2025. Thanks for watching. Blessings and peace to you all. Goodbye.